Hey, what's up everyone and welcome back. This is Janko from realityfakers.net, and today we're gonna be working on this exterior scene. So I'm gonna show you how to use the FSpy add-on to create or to match the same reference or the same scale of an exterior scene. So in the last tutorial we saw how to create an interior scene, which is a subway. So now we're gonna be learning it to create an exterior scene, just so that we can have a variation, learn both how to do the interior and the exterior. So this is how it looks from the outside. So I'm gonna teach you the right way to use or to match the scale of your reference. So by the way, this is a request by friend H20 Falcon. Hi. So I'm gonna be explaining that process even more in details. So with no further ado, let's jump right into it. Okay, so the first thing to do is to download the two files. So basically we have the FSpy program, because the difference between the BLAM and FSpy is separated from Blender. So we need to download first the program. Make sure to download this one, version 2, FSpy, the one with the 55 megabyte in size. And here we have the FSpy add-on. So make sure to download this one, the one with 5.25 gigabytes. You will find both links for the add-on and for the program in the description. Okay, so these are the files that we just downloaded. So we have the program, the FSpy program, and the Blender FSpy, the FSpy Blender add-on. So now I would like to extract this one, the program. So extract file, and okay. So this is our program, and make sure to not extract this one, because we're gonna be keeping it the same. Okay, so this is our exterior scene, the scene that we're gonna be using. Next, I'm gonna run the FSpy program like this, and I would like to drag my reference into it like this. There we go. I'm gonna uncheck this box so that we can be able to see our scene much more better. Okay, so now I would like to adjust the position of these axes. First, I'm gonna switch. First is the x-axis, and the second is the z-axis. So this, the number 2 axis will represent the z-axis in our scene. So the first thing to do is to make sure to follow some lines in your scene. So the best line that I found is this pipe over here. As you can see, it's easy to follow it. And on the other side, I would like to use this street light. So I'm gonna take, where is the other one? There you go. I'm gonna simply take this one, and I'm gonna assign it here. We can use this line over here, but I would like to, in my approach, I prefer to use the one on the extreme left and another one on the extreme right, so that we can give the FSpy add-on chance to give us the more accurate results. Okay, so let's do that. I'm gonna put this one over here and this one right here. Okay, and for this x-axis, I would like to follow these corners. This corner over here, this bottom corner, and the one on the top. And simply follow this line on the top like this. So this is the key to use the FSpy add-on. So once you drag your reference, you simply try to find some patterns to follow, like the one that we are using over here. Okay, so now what I would like to do is to export this FSpy file, and we're gonna be importing it into Blender. So I'm gonna be saving it, save as, and I'm gonna save it as FSpy exterior scene, like this. Okay, so here we are in Blender 2.8. The first thing to do is to install the add-on. So I'm gonna go to the Edit, Preferences. So basically we're gonna be installing this add-on over here, this one, the one with the 5.25 gigabytes. So let's do it. So here we are in the Preferences. I'm gonna go to this Install Add-on from File. Click on it, and I'm gonna choose that file. So I put it right here. So this one over here, the FSpy Blender, this one. Yes, so I'm gonna click on this one, Install Add-on from File. Okay, and as you can see now our FSpy add-on is installed. All we need to do is to save those preferences, and here we can do this search for FSpy, and you will find this. You need to make sure that this box over here is checked like this, and after that just save the preferences, and now we're good to go. So now what we're gonna be doing, the third step, is to upload this file, the one that we saved here, this one over here that we saved. So we're gonna be importing it into Blender, and by simply doing so, our camera will be adjusted to the same set or the same position of this camera over here, the original camera that took this shot. And after that, it's gonna be pretty much easier to continue and build the scene. Okay, so let's do that. I'm gonna import this file, go to File, Import, and scroll down. You will find this FSpy import. Click on it, and I would like to go to these files and this one. So I will be importing this one. So double click on it, and bingo, there we go. Okay, so now everything is set into place, and all we need to do is to start by matching the same proportions of our scene. So the first building, I would like to start by this building over here. I would like to match this cube. I would like to match it to our building. So this is the tip that I want you to follow, which is I want you to keep in mind the corners of this building. So the first thing, in order to match the same scale of your reference, is to start by finding some corners. So in this example, I would like to put it right here at this corner on the first part. And let me go to the wireframe mode so that we can be able to see it. And it's better if you have, if your reference is a high resolution, so that we won't run into these low resolution problems. So this tip is to make sure that you put this cube or plane in this corner right here. Okay, and after that we're gonna be taking this face and we're gonna drag it GX. We're gonna drag it to the other corner, which is this one over here, right here. So GY, and let's GX, let's move it right here. Okay, pretty much good. Now let's take this one and GZ, move it up like that, and I also would like to take this one and move it to the other side. Okay, as you can see, this building lined up perfectly with our scene over here. As you can see that it's the same match. So this tells us that we are on the right way. The FSpy add-on matches the same focal length of our camera. Let me check it. The focal length, this one, 50 millimeters in the focal length, which is the same focal length with this original reference. Okay, so never mind, let's keep working on our scene here. So now what I would like to do is to take this edge on the bottom, and I'm gonna duplicate it, extrude it on the Y, and let's I'm gonna select it, separate it from the rest, and let me scale it up so that we can have more space like this. Okay, and I would like to tell you, you can see that this Z-axis is pointed down, and the problem is here in FSpy we didn't pay attention to this axis over here, so we kept it at the Z. As you can see, it's pointed down, so we need to keep it at -Z so that we can have it pointed up, and that's fine, not a big deal. Okay, so let's carry on. Now I would like to go to my view. I would like to split the scene, and I would like to start by this street panel, light street or street lighting. Okay, so this one over here, it's gonna be for navigating in the scene, and this one to match the same proportions of our reference. So I would like to start, put that cursor right there, and let's bring a cylinder so that we can be able to create our street light, this one. So I'd like to reduce that count to 12, something like that. And let me move it right here, and let's scale it down. Scale S Shift Z. Let's move it up, and let's scale it on the Z axis like this. So I believe that this street light is put right here between the building and the street. So it's actually put in between the sidewalk. So this one over here, this is the sidewalk. I would like to extrude down a little bit, extrude on the X, and extrude up. And let me turn on the snap so that we can vertex snap, and let's move it right here so that we can have a match between these two heights over here. And I would like to extrude on the X axis like this. So there we go. This is our street, and this street light over here, I think I need to scale it down a little bit. Yes, scale Shift Z, scale it down, and move it right here. Scale Shift Z. Yes. Let's move it right here. So this is at the right position. Let me check the top view. I think I need to scale it on the Z axis. Make it smaller. Like this. I'm gonna activate the snap, and I'm gonna snap it to the bottom here. Pretty much good. Okay, so now I'm gonna duplicate this part, and it's gonna help us to determine the how long should we go, or how long our street should be. Let me show you that trick. So I'm gonna add this edge. Let's snap it right there, and let me select this face, and I'm gonna separate it like that. Okay, so let me show you this trick. So by simply duplicating this one and moving it on the other side, moving it right to this position over here, it's gonna help us to determine the right position of this street. Yes, I think I need to bring it closer a little bit. As you can see, our street light over here, it has the same size of the one on the reference, which means that we need to expand or to take this street and move it right here. Let me go to the wireframe mode so that we can be able to select everything, and let's move it right here. There we go. So this is the way to determine other dimensions of your scene. So basically, just by duplicating this street panel, we had an idea about how long this street should be. This is really valuable information. Okay, so let's proceed. At this position over here, I would like to add this because we're gonna be having that turn. So this is another street. I'm gonna duplicate this part, spin it on the Z axis by 90 degrees. Let's move it to the other side like this. So that this street light, it has to be on the middle of this one. Okay, let me grab those edges and let's move them right here. Okay, pretty much good. Now let's add that other building, this one over here. So I'm gonna simply duplicate this one. Let me move it there and here, right here. Okay, as you can see, it matches our building, but we need to scale it down. So I'm gonna simply take the top face and let's move it down to this position over here. And also in the back, I'd like to make it, let's make it to something like that. Here for the scale, I think I need to move it forward a little bit to this position so that we can match this corner over here. You can see that we have this corner. And this one, let's move it down. So I'm gonna simply drag it down a little bit to this position over here. Okay, so this is our both buildings. Now I would like to work on the street. So for the street, I would like to use the spin tool. But here, let me bring that those vertex. Gonna bring them here. So turn on the snap. Let's snap them right there. Also for this one, let's snap them right there. Okay. So here I would like to work on the use the spin tool to make this turn over here. This street, this sidewalk turn over here. So I'm gonna simply select these two edges. I'm gonna duplicate them, separate them. And I'm gonna simply scroll down here and let's use the spin tool. But first I need to set the right scale or the right pivot point. So I'd like to make this object over here turn at this pivot point. So first I need to bring that cursor, this cursor. I need to bring it at this position. So Shift S, cursor to select this point. And also I would like to change the center of mass of this object to this position. So go here to objects, set origin to 3D cursor, bingo. Now check this out. If we use the spin tool, everything will be perfectly set like this, bingo. Yes, but we have a problem, which is that we didn't make this street sidewalk street even. So I'm gonna be solving it just in a moment. Let me change this one to -9 degree. There we go. I would like to keep this one at 9. That's fine. Okay. So here I would like to, you can see that this part over here is bigger than this part. And that's what's causing us this problem over here. Okay, so what I'd like to do is to simply check this edge, check this part, and I'm gonna cut it from the health. And I'm gonna simply delete these faces. Check this one, duplicate it, S, X, -1, and let's move it here. Turn on the snap and let's snap it right here. There we go. Let's check on solid mode. Yes, we're doing good. So now I'm gonna delete this one and let's duplicate this one, spin it on the Z-axis, and I'm gonna put it right there. And it's gonna be perfectly aligned with this turn over here. So let's turn on the snap and snap it right there. Let me see, I think, yes, this one is fine. And this one is fine. Okay. As you can see, we have a match. So what I would like to do is to simply duplicate this one and let's move it on the other side right here. So let's scale it by Y, -1. Turn on the snap and let's snap it right there. Okay, pretty much good. This one, let's can simply check these and move them just a bit like that. Okay, so now I would like to continue and let's build the other parts over here. So for this one, I'm gonna simply, let me set the origin to the geometry. So I'm gonna simply duplicate this part over here. Gonna move it here, go to the edit mode, and I would like to delete or select this one, X, delete the faces, grab these two edges, gonna snap them right here. Take these and let's snap them right there, and the same thing on the other side, and bingo, there we go. So this is our basic street scene. So let's go to, or let's zoom back and let's see how we're doing from this perspective. Yes, we're doing good. I think here on the top we need to select those faces, go to the wireframe so that we can be able to select everything. Let's move them up to this position. Okay, pretty much good. Let's duplicate it and put it on this, because we need to change both street lights. Let's move it here. So there we go. This is the way to use the FSpy add-on to match the same scale of your reference. So as you can see, our scene matches exactly the reference. So now all we need to do is to start by adding the details. Okay, so thanks a lot for watching, and I'm gonna see you in the next tutorial. Take care.